outside, being outdoors. Nature does a lot for the soul and for and for people's well-being. Some of our community has sidewalks, but there's a large part of our communities that really don't. And you factor in people texting and being on handheld devices while they're driving, and that makes for a bad recipe for when people are trying to ride bikes and run and walk, and they're having to do that on city streets. You know, these types of rides have been shown to decrease depression, so we're trying to solve some of those problems.
The first focus of the Pedal Power project was to enable those who live with disabilities and those who live in assisted living centers to enjoy the feeling of a bike ride again. To make this dream a reality, LiveWell joined forces with Pittsburgh State University.
Every year we have a bunch of different projects for our senior design group, and every year I try to find something with more of a human factor, kind of a collaborative project. They usually have been here on campus. So I've worked with the Health, Human Performance and Recreation Department here on a number of different projects, and so I've reached out to them, and then one of their faculty members is the director or co-director, I don't know her exact title, for the Age Well division of Live Well. And she had the project, and one thing led to another. The biggest obstacle they've had is trying to make it accessible for people with a range of abilities. So one of the reasons that they haven't been able to get a pedicab up to this point has been because they haven't been able to find one that's wheelchair accessible. And so the biggest challenge for the students was to make it accessible. They went through and found all the ADA requirements for step height and for ramp angles and that kind of stuff.
Of course, this pedicab could not have been completed without the effort and time from the award-winning 2018 to 2019 senior engineering students.
So we started off last semester with the design, and at the end of that semester we had what we thought would be a pretty good model that wouldn't really change too much. So we thought that it would be pretty easy to manufacture everything we designed. And then we get started on this semester, and we ran into a few problems here and there. So we kind of worked around those obstacles and came up with a design that is manufacturable, obviously, because we have most of it done already. I think the design for this project is cool because there's not another product like this on the market that is wheelchair accessible. There's a lot of pedicabs that we kind of took ideas from, like some cargo pedicabs, which already have some open area in the back. But we took everything we found and put it into our own design and made a one-of-one product that we couldn't find anywhere else. Well, it's definitely been a benefit for the students. We've learned a lot just making mistakes.
Oh, now I'm breaking you up. There it is. Wow.
Trying to learn all these little niche things that have to go into a project this scale.
LiveWell has their sights set on not only helping those in assisted living centers, but also those found throughout the community at large.
That joy of a bike ride can go beyond people in assisted living centers. Lots of people are probably not able to pedal a bike themselves, and they may not be in an assisted living center. So we can definitely reach beyond those facilities to use that pedicab. You know, we have a lot of community events in our county that we can definitely use it at. Think about all of the different parades. We have Little Balkans Day Festival. We have Arma Homecoming. We have Frontenac Homecoming. We have, you know, a lot of the homecoming type events in a lot of our smaller towns that you know, we can use that as a way to give people a ride, so that, you know, if it's an older adult that, you know, we can give a ride to make it easier, then yeah, we can definitely use the pedicab for those things.
I'd like to see it get used. LiveWell's been really excited whenever we've talked about it, and being able to actually get people out on it, and people that wouldn't otherwise get the experience of riding on a bike out using it would be something really neat for, I think, the students especially. getting to see a project that they used in real, or that they've made used in real life.
No other pedicab that we've seen can do that. There's the kinds that you can take someone with a disability, but you have to remove them from a wheelchair and place them into, you know, a specific style of seating on a pedicab. But to load the actual wheelchair, which will secure in just like in a van, or you know, everything will be ADA compliant, and you know, so I see something that's really a one of a kind, something that can bring something to our community here in Crawford County that, you know, really can't be offered anywhere else in the world. So, you know, I think that, you know, 5 years down the road, I think this pedicab will hopefully be copied and you know, taken to other communities, you know, around the country, around the world even, that you know, can offer the same rides to everybody, because we're not the only place that there's assisted living centers.